In case you missed it, Joe Biden said last week that Donald Trump was the first racist to be elected president. And I'm not sure where we categorize that. Do you give that up to dementia? Do you give that up to historical ignorance, or just being out of touch with reality? I'm not sure. Now listen, Trump, I don't think he's a racist. He says awful things that certainly you can interpret to mean anything. The big comment he made that everybody refers back to is when Charlottesville had that, the white supremacist rally, and then the protesters that came and a big mess. And Trump made the comment after that there were good people on both sides. That right there has been interpreted that he is a racist, which means he hates blacks and Jews, and that's just who he is to his core. I don't agree with that. He does say stupid things, but he's not a racist. And by the way, even if he is a racist by these standards, he is way, way, way not the first. LBJ used the N-word famously. I mean, he even referred to the Civil Rights Act, which he got through as president way back in the 50s when he was working on it. He called it the N-word bill. Seriously. Right now, the left is canceling Woodrow Wilson up at Princeton. Not only was Wilson a progressive president, he's on the right side, but he was president of Princeton, for goodness sakes. But, of course, he was a racist, so they've got to get rid of him. Personally, being a presidential historian, I think the worst racist of all of our presidents was Andrew Johnson from Tennessee. He followed up, became president after Lincoln was assassinated. He said some of the most awful things that have ever been said. But here's the main point I want to make. If Trump's a racist, using just these stupid things that you say as proof, then Joe Biden himself is a crazy, deep racist. Never mind the fact that he's white and old. Check out these favorite comments of mine that Joe Biden said. Now, back in the fall, he was campaigning in Iowa, and he made this comment. Poor kids are just as bright and talented as white kids. Yeah, I guess all black kids are poor, or the other way around. Then back in May, he said, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. I don't even know how to comment on that. 2006, he said you cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking, he said. Oh, but the Hall of Fame, my all-time favorite. In case you forgot, he actually ran for president in 2008. And when Barack Obama announced that he was joining the campaign to run himself, Biden's quote was this. I mean, you got the first mainstream African-American who is articulate and bright and clean. You go, Joe.